So, former special counsel Robert Mueller recently spoke to Congress. Now, his testimony really didn't offer that much new information, not really anything that we didn't already know. So, it was basically a retread of Donald Trump's attempts to obstruct the investigation into his campaign, at least when he was talking to Democrats. When he was talking to Republicans, well, Republicans wanted to talk about everything except for obstruction, including lots of things that Mueller wasn't actually sanctioned to talk about. So now, Republicans, again, they have basically, since they don't want to talk about obstruction, have accepted his law breaking as kind of a given. In fact, here you have a Fox News host saying, obstruction, that's just Donald Trump being Donald Trump.
I think you could sum up the obstruction part of the Mueller report, Trump being Trump. Now, picture this. You're wrongly accused. You know you didn't collude with Russia, which is revealed in the first part. And then you have 19 lawyers, all of which are on the record hating you and very talented and loaded for bear. You have an entire Robert Mueller with an endless budget, an open wallet to investigate you. Even if you didn't rob the bank, if they're going to investigate you for robbing the bank, you got to wonder, why are they questioning everyone around me about something I didn't do? And what does Trump do? He fights you every step of the way. The biggest reporter, the biggest anchor, the smallest outlet. If you say something wrong, he's going to call you out. And that's what this is.
Okay, wow. So, hey man, look, obstruction. Yeah, we know he obstructed, but that's just Donald Trump being Donald Trump. Obstruction, not a crime. In fact, we all know Donald Trump's a criminal. That's not a bug, it's a feature. He's as morally bankrupt as we are, and we love it. This is the Republican Party. Now, I love the new line here. Like, oh, well, yeah, he did obstruct justice plenty of times. But that's okay. You know what? Because if you don't like law enforcement investigating you in any possible crimes you may have committed, whether you committed them or not, and I actually happen to believe that Donald Trump did commit crimes, that's okay. Just obstruct them. Just obstruct law enforcement. Oh, well, now, wait a minute. I thought you guys liked law enforcement and respected law enforcement. I thought you guys were the party of law and order. Oh, turns out, nope. Why? Well, it's because your leader is a criminal. But here's the funnier part of this, right? Now, when Kilmeade says, even if you did not rob the bank, if they're going to investigating you for robbing the bank, you've got to wonder, why they question everybody around me for something I didn't do? Well, to figure out if you did it or not. Well, look, if everybody around you is like, hey, man, look, he didn't rob the bank. I was there, or I, whatever. I have knowledge that he did not indeed rob the bank. Well, then it'd be a good thing to ask people around you so that when they come back and the investigation says, oh, turns out didn't rob the bank. Okay, well, there's no there here, right? Okay, well, great. That would make sense, right? But he continues, he says, what does Trump do? He fights you every step of the way. And the biggest reporter, the biggest anchor, if you say something wrong, he'll call you out. Now, can you think of any sort of instance where a president was investigated for something they didn't do? Or maybe even a secretary of state that was investigated for something that they didn't do? Can you think of that time, maybe a couple of years ago? Oh, right. Something like that did happen. It's called Benghazi. Multiple hearings, millions of taxpayer dollars wasted, 9 different Republican-led investigations. And not only did they find nothing, but they also continue to use Benghazi as a talking point against Hillary Clinton in the election. Now, look, you guys know I am no fan of the Clintons. But did they do anything wrong in Benghazi? No. But here's my overall point, right? Did Barack Obama, because he was also investigated, right? But it was mainly Hillary Clinton. Did Barack Obama or Hillary Clinton obstruct these investigations at all? I think we all know the question to that. No. She sat for 6 hours through testimony. No obstruction, right? My overall point is, they didn't do anything wrong. And so normally if you don't do something wrong and there's an investigation, you'd actually be in favor of the investigation, proving that you did nothing wrong. Like, yes, go ahead and look at this stuff. I don't have anything to hide. I have nothing to hide. Here you go. In fact, here's everything that you need to basically prove my innocence. But Donald Trump continued to fight the investigation. And why would he do that? Maybe it's because he did something wrong. I don't know. Now, look, here's the thing. If this would have happened during the Obama administration, if Barack Obama had investigated Benghazi and said, no, you don't need to look at that. I mean, I'm completely 100% innocent. This is presidential harassment. And I'm going to order people to get in the way of this investigation. But I didn't do it. What would Republicans have done? They would have impeached day one. Day one. We'd be on year 2 of hearings. I'm serious. But because it's a Republican, Fox News says, oh, no. Obstruction, perfectly fine. Nothing to see here. Total and complete hypocrisy. Hey guys, hopefully you enjoyed that free video. Now I'm going to have to ask you a favor. Between the demonetization and the YouTube algorithm messing around with view counts, etc., we're having a hard time adjusting to the new YouTube reality, which is where you guys come in. See, we have a patreon.com/TYTNation set up to help us rely on you guys, the viewers, instead of big corporate ads. Look, you know the show. You know I'm not in favor of big corporations anyway. So help us transition away from relying on the ad model to pay the bills and sign up to be a patron, patreon.com/TYTNation. That goes a long way to help us keep the lights on. And you guys will know that you're supporting independent progressive media.